Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears as they match up with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the space city of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On first down, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. And let's take a look at the Texans' offense.
Have no idea where they're putting in the food in the Martin household, but they've developed two terrific offensive linemen. Brother Zach, a perennial all-pro at guard with the Dallas Cowboys, but Nick, no slouch at center for the Houston Texans. He sets the tone for their offensive line. He's the pivot up front.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let him know. 66, pull it, half. Let him know. Check safety.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
No. First and 10.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Watson, off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 66 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. And now that Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 36 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Another possession coming up here for the Houston Texans on offense. It's a Houston Texans team that is on top of the AFC South, courtesy of their victory on Thursday night against the Indianapolis Colts. Colts had the same record going into that game at 6-4. Now they're at 6-5. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Houston. You beat Indianapolis. Next up doesn't get any easier as they host the New England Patriots in Week 13.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Watson. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will
and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Javon Wims, the intended target. 3rd down here. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive with Hyde. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Danny. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
In the car! Fear in that offense. 22, jet forward.
Watson on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking to go back to Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
Check back, check back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Screenplay. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
64, weak. And the Bears first down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Trubisky to throw again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown. Grab, and the Bears have taken the lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Kill, kill, kill.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here.
Check, 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 check. Check 13.
A toss running left. Montgomery. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. From the 39, Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Throwing on third down, Watson shakes off the sack. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now a first down throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. So we've come, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On first down, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
You draw Porter. Too little, cut.
Here's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action here on first down. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On the return is Cohen. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight, and he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. On first down, it's Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson now to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Watson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From the 17, Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Throwing here, Trubisky. His throw incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Less than 90 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Motion, motion, motion. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Buster Screen, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, deep tight.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Robinson. The 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup. Up on tap between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Deshaun Watson ready to lead the Texans offense, coming off a great turnaround season in 2018. Remember, 2 years ago, he missed much of his rookie campaign with a knee injury, but he led the Texans to an 11-5 record and an AFC South title last year. Watson now going to run the option right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So following the run by Hyde, here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Coleman. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. It's a party now.
21, 11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. Actually, I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 21. Here we go.
Tight end rock. Even. 4 down. Even. Check three.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Sixty-five.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Alert!
Check 4. Check. Quick dash. Go.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Watson, off play action. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. D. Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. San Francisco 49ers, their offense filing back onto the field. This team got a huge win, Week 12, against Green Bay in front of the national audience on Sunday night. Now 10-1. Remember, they got off to the 8-0 start, then the loss. Now 2 wins in a row to get to 10-1. And if the season ended today, folks, the playoffs would run through Santa Clara in the NFC. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 29 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
First down, a run with Hyde. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Jim. 54. Joker. Check. Hot route. Hot. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. At 24.
Throwing again is Watson. Complete here. It's Hyde. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tighten up. Shoot.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Watson now going to run the option right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Push it back.
On first down, Watson. He finds his running back, Hyde. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
24!
57's Mike. I got one. 57's the Mike. Rock 57.
24!
You ain't doing nothing today. 57. Mike, 57.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs... may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Buying time to his left. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Check 99. Check 99.
They run it with Breida. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Coleman now. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida.
Partners, a lot of...
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
X3, 218, chop. Mike, 51. 11. Hey, exit.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And this will be a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
Not your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
One, Omaha.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That he's into the clear. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Hey, alert! Alert!
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw again on 2nd down, Garoppolo.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
21.
Garoppolo on first down. Open man is born. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Angelo Blackson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Get his target, Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you. Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Watson and the Texans now down by 12. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. To throw is Watson.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Watson now. Going to throw again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Watson now going to run the option right. 3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Now it's Watson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And some room to run now. There he goes right side. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida. 50 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they hit pay dirt on just 1 play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.